We're going to be hearing from all these different perspectives, all these different companies on how they fit into this overall narrative of interoperability. But what we want to do now is kick off with a couple keynote sessions, first of which is coming from our co-host of today's Real World event, Future Money Group. This presentation will be starting with the investor perspective, and today's topic is going to be on the future of work. We have Io Hao, the founding partner of Future Money Group, presenting today. Please give it up for Io.
So thank you here for coming to this exciting and inspiring, hopefully, event. And thanks IOTX and all the partners here. So my name is Io, and I come from FMG, Future Money Group. We are a research-driven early-stage investor in Web3. So today, I want to present to you one of our focused area, which is DePIN. And also, I want to broaden the concept of DePIN, which is something that we are discussing and brainstorming recently, and that's probably going to be a broader topic, that is the future of work. So first question you might ask to me is like, why work, right? Why do I have to work? And life is short, just buy some shit coins and chill, right? That's the point of like joining crypto world. Like, why do you have to work? Okay, good question. Yeah, you can like choose not to work. And most probably in crypto, what will you do? You join a Ponzi, right? And look at the smiley face of Charles Ponzi. And I have to admit that Ponzi is actually a very inclusive financial program that actually guarantees you sort of financial freedom, and especially for normal people. But the only thing is that it's going to have a death spiral, right? And in a very bad way. So how do we end up Ponzi? How do we avoid Ponzis in crypto? So I asked a lot of people, a lot of good friends around me, and one of them is Karl Marx. And in his works, he's noted that the only way to test if something has value, there are only three ways. To test if something has labor value, to see that if it has exchange value, or it has power value, right? And work is probably the only best way to create value. And you can see that every single government pay high attention to their employment rate, and that's why. And also, there's another investor we all know is A16Z, Mark Andreessen, one of my favorite investor. And they actually have the thesis on DAO and crypto. That is, DAO is the future of work. So in that thesis, you can like literally find his idea about how crypto actually helps to create more jobs, right? More real world work for people. I tell you a very simple example that you all know is Axie Infinity, right? Work is a very heavy word for a lot of people in third world countries. They might not be well educated, they might not be qualified, they might not be able to have the 401k, right? And the only possible way to work is probably, you know, trying to find a job, trying to like knock at the door of a big company. But crypto actually opens up a whole new realm of new opportunities by like using smart contracts to replace legal contracts, using DAOs to replace corporates, and using capital rewards to replace the salaries. And crypto allows for more people to have work to do. And that is a good thing with positive external economical impact, right? And if crypto can create more work, and work can create value, so that means crypto can create value, right? And that is the best thing like we would love to see. That is the chicken and egg problem solved. And you can tell that VCs, us, mostly were the eggs, right? And I want to emphasize that, you know, I think AI will entail more digital native jobs rather than like taking jobs away from us. And AI needs more human support before we can fully rely on AI on a lot of new jobs. We do not even have much enough GPUs or some large data training sets and some experience in AI as well. So there are going to be more crypto plus AI type of works. So I want to come back to DePIN. We talk about DePIN, what we're talking about. Beyond DePIN, we think it actually inspired us to look into a sort of new creation, right? that is the protocols of human labor and machine, right? And they enable the binary flow, value flow between virtual and physical layers. So these are some of the interesting DePIN hacks that we're really looking into. I'll give you some example. The first being that decentralized physical layer for blockchains. And how many of you have done Ethereum staking here? Ethereum staking, right? So do you know how centralized that is, right? Not to talk about the staking layer, but talk about the validating node layer, right? Most of the validating nodes are in East Coast American, basically New York data center. And the second largest data center is in Germany, right? The third largest is in Europe. Very, very centralized. The reason behind is that a data center in Africa is 3 times more expensive than in developed countries. So that's why we can never host a Ethereum validator node in Africa at scale, right? So how can we solve this problem using solo staking? Can we design something new, some incentivized physical layer to make that happen? This is a very interesting direction. A second is a network of critical resource, say energy, right? We know that there's a war going on in Europe, and how can we preserve the energy? How can we incentivize people to save energy and to transact energy resources in a more frictionless way, right? And the third one being off-chain high-value data network. We are living in the world of data. We're like every day, no matter what you do, we're generating and consuming data. How can we, really incentivize people to contribute that data to the network and consume that data from the network, right? Also, we're into hardware, software infra to accelerate AI. We're into AR, and we're into new area like space technology for even everyone here. So I think I've been through cycles in this space already. I've been we started investing since 17, I think. So I've been through worst bear. This is not even the worst. And I can remember that in 2019, I was in Tokyo, and people were talking about DeFi, right? In very small circle, people are talking about DeFi. And most of the people don't understand what DeFi is all about. So today, I think DePIN, DRAN, real-world assets, these things are just like DeFi in 2019. So I encourage everybody pay more attention and go to the role that's less taken. And the Future Money Group is an investment management company focused in Web3 and crypto assets. We are early investor of Ethereum, Solana, Phantom since 2017. And we started focusing on DY and later on to DePIN. And now we are more into the role less taken that focus with how do we create a new form of work in the future, right? Relating to how do we maneuver large amount of resource, machines, and human work. So if you have great idea, if you're building something in this area, or you just want to discuss, find about our research, you can go to our website or just talk to me and Steven here. Okay, and thank you.